All right, y'all. Machiavelli Mills TV, man. As y'all know, I was rooting for Tony Harrison tonight against Tszyu, man. But Tszyu was landing the more effective shots, the better power shots, the shots that were more damaging. Tony Harrison is a great fighter guy. He has great boxing skill. Unfortunately, just got too caught up on the jab tonight. Didn't follow it up with the right hand. Right hand was exposed all night for Tony to take advantage. He did not do that. You know what I mean? You can see it. No disrespect to Tim Zoo. Tim went out there and did what he did a good job. And when he stopped Tony, hit him with some power shots that landed flush, and I was like, okay, Tim got some pop to his punch. He got some power to him. But if you really pay attention to the fight, the moment Tony threw anything other than a jab, Tim seemed confused. He didn't know what to do, right? And I'm looking like, come on, Tony, you got to keep a fighter like that honest. The moment you just keep throwing a jab, he gonna keep coming, keep going, keep coming. And keep the way to keep him off of you is to throw something else. Throw that right hand. That right hand when he threw it, it was effective, right? And I'm like, damn, I don't get why Tony didn't capitalize on that, man. But Tim got busy. He did his thing, stopped Tony in the ninth round. But yeah, man, I just feel like the usual problems with Tony. But honestly, it really wasn't just fatigue. Even when the fight started, he didn't have the fight close as he usually does. Usually, when Tony gets stopped, the fight is close on the scorecards. Tony looked like he was having some great. He usually looks like he's having great moments. He didn't have that many great moments tonight, man. And I don't know. It's just I expected more from the brother, but I don't know. Was the brother in some buns last night? Because we know he trains Alicia Bumgarner, and God, that woman finer than frog here. But is he mad? Is that his woman? I don't know. But he didn't seem. I don't. He don't seem like he's been on his A game, and it seemed like I don't know since the wars against Jamel Charlo, that something that's came. It took a little something out of Tony. Tony had been stopped a few times. That fight may have took something out of Tony, and then I don't know. Tony lost his father a minute ago. I don't know if his heart is not in boxing the way we want it to be, but I don't know, man. Uncle, what you think about the fight?
Hey man, he whooped that boy.
Tony, man, I'm in here rooting for Tony, man. Tony out here with all the D gear on, the Detroit gear on. Tony, he didn't make mince meat out of Tony. God, chop liver up out of Tony, man. God dang. But I will say this: I'm interested to see a Jamel Charlo Tim Tszyu fight for sure now. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not hating on Tim. Tim gonna have a long night or a short night with Jamel. And I'm not talking about in his favor. Jamel knows how to box. And also he knows Jamel got crack in his punches. He can hit you and hurt you with some stuff. And I want to see how he handles getting hit back. When you get hit back with shots that's coming just as hard as yours or even harder, how will that brother respond? That shall be seen. But I just think Jamel is just supremely skilled, and I think he's gonna show his class in that fight. Tim came out and impressed people though. He did a lot better than I didn't shoot. I'm like, okay, Tim he a big 154 pounder, but I just think Jamel got too much for that brother, man. Derek James coaches him up very well, and yeah, Jamel he can box or he can brawl. So in a fighter like that is dangerous. Jamel would have capitalized off of that with that right hand. He was saying it the whole night. Throw the right hand when you just don't just throw the jab. Throw the right hand. Hit you right on that ear with that to knock off their equilibrium. And then brothers start folded in a lawn chair at the family reunion or at Labor Day barbecue. That's how it normally happens. But all credit to Tim Tszyu. Did what he had to do in his land, the land down under. Yeah, that is Australia. Yeah, the land down under. Right? Impressive win, impressive stoppage. Because I was one of them guys that felt like Tony. He ain't really fought nobody to be ranked that high. He ain't beat nobody, right? But brother got talent, got skill. But I just think Jamel Charlo was in a different world from that brother. I think he's in a different realm. I just think he has a lot better ability, boxing ability, and the power to match that. Jamel didn't sat everybody down he didn't been in that ring with. Even when he didn't sit down Castaño the first fight, he showed for damn sure sat him down the second fight, and that's the best all-around performance I saw from Jamel. Honestly, it's one of the best. It's under Derek James count. that Brian Castano 2 fight, that's the best performance I didn't see, all around performance I've seen from Jermell Charlo. And you get Charlo some extra time to prepare. He's seen him fight a guy like Tony Harrison, who's supremely skilled, just chinny. I think Jermell gonna come out and show and prove exactly who he is and how much he's gonna show his class in a fight against Tszyu. I believe that. But nonetheless, congratulations to Tszyu. All power to the brother. We shall see what happens next. As for Tony Harrison, though, I honestly think it's probably time for Tony to retire. Tony didn't take a whole lot of damage. I just think Tony's best days are behind him. At this point, he's went back to the back of the line to get that belt. It's not like multiple guys got the belt. He can go here, he can go there, he can go there to get a fight. All belts now currently reside with Jermell Charlo, right? And I don't see him building himself back up to contention to get that fight right now. I just don't, especially after looking at this performance, not being aggressive enough. Like, come on, you got to be aggressive. If you in another dude hometown, you got to put pedal to the metal. You got to be out there, look like you trying to win. Tony was out there looking like he was trying to survive, or look like he was just trying to outlast or, last all 12 rounds, go the distance. That's not what you want to do. You got to be aggressive. He just in there looking like he was too passive, giving him too much respect, touching the glove at the end of the round. We not doing none of that, bro. I'm back on Tony right now. I thought I was about to end the video, but I just didn't like Tony's body language, man. I did not like it. He wasn't using lateral movement at first, and when he started to use it, he didn't capitalize on it. I'm like, bro, what are you? Come on, man. It's just not what I'm usually used to seeing from Tony. The way he fought Jermell in both of them fights, man, you saw his class and his skill. He was outboxing Jermell, truth be told. Tony Harrison I'm talking about, in that second fight. And you like, damn, you see Tony class. Like, man, if Tony had a chin, he'd be a mug. He'd be something. He'd be something. I'm like, nah, man. At this point, I think Fundora, Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame, Fundora. I think Fundora would get Tony out here. Get Tony out of there at this point. I think Sebastian Fundora would get Tony Harrison up out of there. So, nah, I don't know, man. I think Tony maybe need to just go to full-time training Alicia Baumgartner, train other fighters, and maybe that may be his forte. But I'm looking like he in close quarters and Tszyu getting the better of him. He was having great moments. I didn't think the scorecard was that extremely wide as some of Steve Farhood and him had it, but Tszyu was in control of the fight for sure. But I'm looking like, man, he in close quarters, dude throwing stuff. We like, man, me and my uncle both saying, bro, you from the Kronk gym. You used to these type of fights, man. You used to wars, man. Clip it up with this dude, man. Go water. Like, come on, man. Get this dude up off of you. Make him respect your punching power. Make him respect your punches as a fighter. Get him up off you a little bit, and he couldn't do that, man. That was a problem. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.